Thank you, Kuchi. Thank you. I would like to request everyone to just have your seat. Hello, 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 hello.
সাউন্ডটা একটু কম আছে এটা দেন
Hello. Now, with due respect, I would like to request Reverend Kotex and Tindriya Thero to offer the Buddha Puja for us. Thank you very much. Please pay your attention, everyone. Thank you.
Oh, please. এটা দিন এটাও
Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Yes, before we offer the first part of the dana to the Lord Buddha, we have to observe 5 precepts. This means Panchasila. So, say Namo Tassa 3 times. Buddhang saranang gacchami. Dhammang saranang gacchami. Sanghang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Dutiyampi sangham saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi sangham saranang gacchami. Panatipata veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Adinnādāna veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Kāmesu micchāchārā veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Musāvādā veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Surameraya majjapamā daṭṭhāna veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Appamādena sampādetha. Yes, dear pious devotees, today you are here to commemorate the Buddha Purnima Day, which we call the Vaisakha Day. It was about 2570 years ago. We know our great master Lord Buddha passed away in Kushinagar. Not only that, as Vaisakha Purnima Day, we are celebrating the birthday and his enlightenment and the passed away. The 3 most significant for the Buddhists all around the world. So that your community, you gathered here to commemorate that very significant day. And I am pleased to say that your master, the Bhante, is doing a good job for your community. Because of his effort, because of his courage, because of his dedication, you were able to come here together like brothers and sisters and commemorate this very significant day. So we are very gratitude to him because I know he is doing well and he is thinking about his community. Sometimes he used to talk about something when he have any difficulties with the monks. What can I do for this? Can you help me? Can you give me some answer for this? So likewise, he is doing well, and I hope that your community will look after him because he is the only Bangladesh monk in Melbourne right now to cater your community. So welcome, and I wish you all the best, Bhante, for your dedication. And today, as I mentioned you earlier, we are celebrating the birthday of Prince Siddhartha and his enlightenment and his passed away. So after his enlightenment, he was introduced as the Buddha. He introduced himself, Abhinyayam Abhinyatam, Bhavetabbancha Bhavitam, Pahatabbam Pahinanti, Tasma Buddhoti Brahmana. So once he want to introduce to a Brahmin, and this is how he was introduced himself to the Brahmin, and ultimately he introduced himself as Lord Buddha. So normally we call our master as the Buddha. So you are very lucky and you are very fortunate to be here, even the weather is not good. But in spite of that, we must give our respect. Now we are going to offer the first part of the dana to the noble community, to the Lord Buddha. Now you just imagine that you are in India, you are in Bodh Gaya. I think that you can imagine that. Because although you are in Bangladesh, just imagine that you are in front of the Bodh Gaya where our Lord Buddha became enlightened under the Bodh tree. So while you imagine that, you can develop, you can cultivate your saddha, the confidence of the Buddha, because he has showed us the path for our enlightenment as well. Once he attained the Buddhahood and what he wants to know, he explained us and he showed us the path. This is the path that you have to follow as Buddhist. So today we know all around the world, whether they belongs to Theravada or Mahayana, they celebrate the Vaisakha day or the Buddha Purnima day in this coming 30th and 31st. But the exact Buddha Purnima day was in the 1st of May. According to Sri Lanka, they are celebrating this end of this month, and as Sri Lankan monks, we are also following that tradition. Anyway, there is no particular day, there is no particular day to celebrate Buddha, because Buddha is in our heart. We just think that Buddha is in our heart, and we are going to respect. And we are all the followers of the Buddha, though we are monks, or though you are lay people or devotees, we are the followers. So, out of that gratitude, why we offer the first part of the dana to the Lord Buddha? He is our father like our father. So always, children, we respect our parents. So we the followers of the Buddha, we respect our Buddha. So the dana you are offering to the Mahasangha. So we are the devotees, or we are the followers who offer the dana to the Buddha. So once you offer dana to the noble community of Mahasangha, not only the foods that you are offering 5 other things. Keep that in mind. You are giving to the Mahasangha, Ayu means long life. When you offer food to the Sangha, you offer long life. Because without food, nobody can survive. So are you? And you are offering them oneness. Oneness means beauty of the complex. Hmm? Without food, you know that our body, our physical body become a skeleton. So you are offering oneness. And sukha. Sukha means comfort. You know when we feel hungry, you can't do anything. Because due to hunger is very painful. You are suffering. So you are offering food to the Sangha. Why? To do their religious activities and to practice them. So when they feel hungry, they cannot concentrate. So we are offering food. Taking it food, please try your best for you to achieve your highest level, so sukha. And are you oneness, supper, comfort, bala? Bala means courage, energy, and panya. Without food, we know that our brain doesn't function fully. It will be malfunction. So we have to give food nourishment. Then only the brain will function well. So out of that we can get wisdom. So keep that in mind. When you offer food to someone else, you are not offering food, you are not offering rice and curries and other things. You are offering these main 5 things. Are you oneness, supper, bala, panya? So keep that in mind. We are going to offer the first part of the dana to the Lord Buddha. So we say, I think that what we do with the Mahasangha, so the Mahasangha will follow me as well, and you can follow us as well. Okay? First please say Namo Tassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Iti piso Bhagava Araham Samma Sambuddho Vidyacharana Sugato Lokavito Anuttaro Purisa Dhamma Sarati Sattareva Manusanam Vati Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Sanditiko Akaliko Eyipassiko Omaniko Pacchatam Veditappo Vinyo Hiti Supatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Ujupatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Nyaya Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Samiti Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Yatidam Chattari Purisa Yugani Atta Esa Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Ahuneyo Ahuneyo Dakhineyo Anjali Haraneyo Anuttaram Punyaketam Lokasa Vandami Chetiyam Sabbang Sabbadhane Supatitthitang Saririkadhatu Mahabodhi Buddha Rupang Sakalam Sadaghana Sarampaditena Dipena Tamadanshina Tilokadipam Sambuddham Pujayami Tamudam Vannagandha Gunopetam Etam Kantaling Pujayami Muning Dassa Siripada Saro Adivase Suno Bhante Paniyam Parikappitam Anukampam Upadaya Patigan Adhivasetu no bhante bhojanam parikappitam anukampam upadaya patigantu uttama imina punya kammena mami bala samagamo satam samagamo Yava nibbana pattiya kaena vacha cittena pamadena maya katam acchayam kamamevan Bhuri panya tathagata kaena vacha cittena pamadena maya katam Khamame dhamma sandintika akalika kayena vacha cittena pamadena Acchayam khamame sangha supatipanna anuttara sadhu sadhu sadhu
Thank you, Bhikkhu Sangha. Thank you for your prayers. And now I would like to request our President of BBS, Dr. Bhagavato Chakma, to deliver his presidential speech. Thank you.
Speak at 10 minutes.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Good morning to the venerable monks, distinguished guests, and dear devotees and friends. Today, on this sacred day of Buddha Purnima, we gather at our vihara with hearts full of admiration, gratitude, and devotion. This auspicious occasion commemorates the birth, enlightenment, and parinibbana of the Blessed One. Three profound events that continue to illuminate the world with timeless wisdom and compassion. We are deeply honored by the presence of our venerable monks, those whose guidance, wisdom, and compassion continue to strengthen and inspire our spiritual community. I also extend a warm welcome to our distinguished guests and the many devotees who have joined us today. Your presence reflects the unity, harmony, and shared purpose that lie in the heart of the Buddha's teaching. As we celebrate Vesak, let us reflect upon the Buddha's message of metta, karuna, mudita, and upekkha. That is loving kindness, compassion, and joy in the happiness and success of others, and equanimity. In a world often clouded by uncertainty and division, these noble values remind us that the true peace begins within each of us. May today's observance inspire us to cultivate wisdom, practice generosity, and walk the Noble Eightfold Path with renewed determination and faith. Let us continue to build a community rooted in kindness, understanding, and mutual respect. I wish you all a peaceful, joyful, and blessed Vesak. Thank you all for your presence and participation today. Thank you. Sadhu.
Thank you, President Bhagavatada. Venerable monks, can I just request you to pray for Astasila, 8 precepts, because some of our senior devotees, they are actually maintaining fasting today. So just 8 precepts, if you can just pray for them, please, thank you.
The mic.
Buddhang Bandami, Dhammang Bandami, Sanghang Bandami, Aham Bandami, Sabbada, Dutiyampi, Buddhang Bandami, Dhammang Bandami, Sanghang Bandami, Aham Bandami, Sabbada, Tatiyampi, Buddhang Bandami, Dhammang Bandami, Sanghang Bandami, Aham Bandami, Sabbada. Bandami bhante daratena kotang sabbang aparadang khamatu me bhante dutiyampi okasha bandami bhante daratena kotang sabbang aparadang khamatu me bhante tatiyampi okasha bandami bhante daratena kotang sabbang aparadham khamatu me bhante bhante samsarvata dukkhatu mochanathaya nibbana sachi karanathaya okasha aham bhante tisaranena saha ashtanga samanagata upasata sila dhammam achami Unugong koto silang tata me bhante dutiyampi bhante samsaravata dukkhatu mochanathaya nibbana sachi karanathaya okasha aham bhante tisaranena saha ashtanga samanagata upasata silang dhammam achami Unugong koto silang tata me bhante tatiyampi bhante samsarvata dukkhatu mochanathaya nibbana sachi karanathaya okasha aham bhante tisaranena saha pancha astanga samanagata upasata silang dhammam achami Unugong kota silang tata me bhante.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Yeah. Yamaham vadami tam vadetha si amabhanti. Namo tassa, right?
Namo tassa bhagavatu arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavatu arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavatu arahato samma sambuddhassa.
Buddhang saranang gacchami.
Buddhang saranang gacchami.
Dhammang saranang gacchami.
Dhammang saranang gacchami.
Sanghang saranang
Sanghang
gacchami.
saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Tisarana gamanang sampunnang.
Ambante.
Panatipata veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Panatipata veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Adinnādāna Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami
Adinna Dana Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami
Abrahmacharya Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami
Abrahmacharya Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami
Musabada Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami
Musabada Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami
Surameraya Majjapama Datthana Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami
Surameraya Majjapama Datthana Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami
Vikala Bhojana Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami
Vikala Bhojana Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami
Nachcha Gita Vadita
Natcha Gita Vadita
Visuka Dassana
Visukaratchana
Mala
Mala
Gandha
Ganta
Vilepana
Vilepana
Dharana
Dharana
Mandana
Mandana
Vibhusanattana
Vibhusanattana
Veramani
Veramani
Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami
Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami
Uchchasayana Mahasayana Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami
Uchchasayana Mahasayana Veramani Sikkhapadang Samadhiyami
Tisaranena Saddhing Uposatatthaṅga Sīlaṃ Dhammaṃ Sādhukaṃ Surakkitaṃ Katva Apamadena Sampādīt.
Ambhante
I will, all the respected devotees and venerable monks and all distinguished guests, I will take a few more minutes and then after that we will have some Buddha talk and Dhamma teaching. And I just want to mention today that we are missing our GS of BBS, Pranjal Kisha. So he is away in overseas, couldn't able to present here today. And then I would like to start on behalf of all our devotees here. I would again extend my sincere gratitude to the dedicated team whose tireless efforts and sacrifices have transformed these premises into a sacred space for meditation and spiritual practice. And in a little bit more, I just want to give an overview about the Buddhism in Bangladesh, especially for monks, that they will come to know about the history. So today in this sacred ceremony, it will be an immense pleasure for us to share a brief overview of Buddhism in Bangladesh. Buddhism reached the Bengal region as early as the 3rd century BCE during Emperor Ashoka's reign, later flourishing under the Pala dynasty, 8th to 12th century CE. Today, Bangladesh has about 1 million Buddhists, which is 0.6% at the total population. The dominant tradition in Theravada Buddhism, practiced mainly by the Chittagong Hill Tracts, indigenous tribes, and the Borwa community, which is strongly influenced by Burmese, Thai, and Sri Lankan Theravada traditions. The Buddhist tribes of the Chittagong Hill Tracts collectively form the Juma people and predominantly practice Theravada Buddhism. Some of the groups are Chakma, Marma, Panchanga, Rakhine, and Tripura, etc. The Borwa Buddhists are Bengali-speaking Buddhist community living mainly in Chittagong. They also practice Theravada Buddhism. Hope this summary, in brief, will enrich our knowledge about the history of Buddhism in Bangladesh. It could be even longer, but we don't have enough time. It is very limited time here. And thank you again for everyone to hear this. And now I would like to introduce Reverend Srongwala Davandrana Thera for some Dhamma talk. So we got like about 45 minutes until the foods are offered at 11 o'clock. Thank you. Please.
Respected Mahasangha, meritorious devotees, dear children, first and foremost I'd like to offer my sincere gratitude to the most venerable Adisila Thera, the chief incumbent of this temple, and also to the community who organized this beautiful and meaningful and magnificent event today. Again, I love to thanks for inviting me over to this great ceremony. All the necessary information was noted and explained by the most venerable Kote Santrindya Nayakathera while he was conducting the Buddha Massivness, Buddha Puja to our Supreme Buddha. So now I'm going to deliver a short Dhamma talk telling Buddha's one of the deepest insight. I quoted this story from one of the Japanese Zen Buddhism. One day, a young man approached to the Supreme Buddha and he was interested learning Buddhism, right? And he approached to Buddha and asked, "Venerable Sir, I'd love to learn some of your teachings. Please teach me some, but in simple terms. I can't understand much complicated things." Then Buddha looked at him and asked, "Do you have a son?" "Yes, my lord, I do have a son." "Does your brother have a son?" "Yeah, my brother does have a son." "What about your neighbors? Do they have a son?" "Yeah, they do. They have a beautiful son." "A person not known to you personally, do they have a son?" "Yeah, they do." "Well then tell me, if your son died, how sad would you be?" Then the young man said, "Venerable Sir, I would feel so sad. I can't imagine whether I could go through it. I would feel my entire world had collapsed." "All right. What about your brother's son died? How sad would you be?" "Venerable Sir, I would feel sad, but not to the extent as if my own son died." "All right. Well then tell me, what about your neighbor's son died? How sad would you be?" "Venerable Sir, I would feel sad, but not to the extent as if my brother's son died." "What about a person not known to you personally? If their son died, how sad would you be?" "Venerable Sir, I think I would feel sad, but not to the extent as if my neighbor's son died." "Well then tell me, as you think, the sadness is relative to your what?" After thinking for a moment, the young man replied, "As I think, my lord, my sadness, the level of my sadness is relative to which I hold the feelings of this is me or mine." But they continued asking more questions from the young man. He asked, "When you took your son to the beach, didn't he play with sandcastles?" "Venerable Sir, my son played with sandcastles. He built beautiful sandcastles there." "When it was broken down by the ocean waves, your son, did he cry there?" "My lord, he cried a lot, exactly. He cried there. When it was broken down by the ocean waves." Buddha asked, "Did you cry too?" "No, my lord, I didn't cry." "Why didn't you cry?" "I didn't cry because I knew the sandcastle was not permanent. It was impermanent. But my poor son didn't know about it. He thought the sandcastle was pretty and it was permanent. That's why he cried." Buddha said, "In the same way, there are no any big difference between you and your son who cried over a broken sandcastle until you see the true nature of this life itself. Ladies and gentlemen, meritorious devotees, dear children, that's why we all keep on going in this countless cycle of birth. Yeah? So that is the deep insight Lord Buddha pointed out there. Right? So we all keep on going in this cycle of birth. This time we have taken human form, but in previous life existence we have taken many. Could be animal forms, they were relative, beings in the heavenly worlds, they were forms, deities forms. We have taken many, might have taken many, but this time we choose this human form. So it is time for us to understand the nature of our mind. I hope everyone has been on a flight, yeah? What about little ones? You have experienced, you've been to your Bangladesh, your mother country, yeah? Everyone experienced that. Have you ever noticed when you're flying, some people read books, some people watch films, some people sleep during the flight time. If I asked you, taking off the plane and landing of the plane, is it in your control? It's not, as a passenger, right? It's not under our control. But what is in our control? Some people read books, some people watch films, some people sleep, some people talk to each other. During this flight time, what is in our control, under our control, is under our control is making choices. It is entirely up to us. We have strength, we have power to make right or wrong decisions, make choices. Similarly, in our lives, we have two words. The first one begin with letter B. B represent birth. It's not under our control. And the other word starts with letter D. D represent death. It's also not under our control. We have between B and D, there is a time. We have a strength, we have power to make right choices, great choices during this time, wise choices during this time. That's why, meritorious devotees, today you have organized this beautiful, magnificent event, on this auspicious day, commemorating Buddha's birthday, enlightenment, and great passing away. You have made a wise choice to do this meritorious activity today. So, the other thing that you have chosen is to offer almsgiving ceremony, an almsgiving ceremony to Buddha and to the most venerable Mahasangha. What we expect after practicing generosity, it is to eradicate our defilements. As I mentioned earlier, Buddha pointed out and taught us the main reason why we keep on going in this cycle of birth is desire. By practicing generosity, we are able to reduce defilements, which are lobha, greediness, dvesha, hatred, and moha, delusion. These are the major defilements which we are going to eradicate and suppress step by step. When we uprooted them totally, entirely uprooted, we are called Nibbanic people. So that is why we are strive to understand and attain Nibbana as Buddhists. That is the main purpose of all of us, right? All of our main target, ambition is to attain Nibbana. And the other thing, when we are practicing this generosity, we are able to accumulate merits. What is the meaning of merits? Merit is the happiness is called merits. When you have joy within you while you practice generosity, the more you happy, the more you gain merits, right? So therefore, think in brief. Today we are doing a great job right now, and we did the first ceremony by offering the first portion of the meal to our Supreme Buddha on this auspicious day. By doing that, you have already accumulated lots of merits into your life. Now you are about to offer an alms giving to Venerable Mahasangha. By doing that, you are going to accumulate and collect merits into your life. I conclude by saying this. Imagine 100 years from now, none of us will be here in this world. Someone else will be living in your house, driving your car, enjoying the things that you worked so hard to build. Everything will be gone, given away, and forgotten. Even your names will be forgotten within just a couple of generations. Do you remember your great-great-grandparents' name? Children, do you remember? No? Even your grandparents' name, do you remember? I don't think so. The full names? No. The same thing, think about it. The same thing will happen to us. One day, someday, our names will be forgotten. Therefore, my dear devotees, dear children, during this short period of time, live every single moment with love, compassion, kindness, and peace of mind. Namo Buddhaya.
Thank you very much, Venerable Monk. If I'm not wrong, I think I have seen a clip in YouTube before. Yeah, that was really motivating. Thank you very much again. And now can I request our Venerable Monk from, his name is Senidatero. My apology if I pronounce the name incorrectly. Sorry for that, please. Senidatero, if you can just deliver the Dhammata. Thank you.
I want to pay respect all of my Sangha. And I'm so happy to see all this community. Long ago, they want to build a monastery. I also want to help. That's why today is about Bodhima Day, especially within 45 years, the Buddha's teaching, because the Buddha attained enlightenment at the age of 35, passed away at the age of 80. During 45 years, the Buddha went to many places around the world. He teach Dharma. Dharma means the law of nature. The Buddha teach his disciples to free from all suffering. Another, then we say a 4th November. How to go to free from all suffering, how to practice. The Buddha teaches us. So especially there are 3 main things: Sila, Samadhi, and Panya. All people, if we follow Buddhist teaching, we must observe at least 5 precepts. Sometimes, Kumune, 8 precepts, 9 precepts, 10 precepts. You must observe. That's why Buddha's time also, the Buddha asks to his follower, do you observe precept? Do you observe Upasthana precept? Some people they say, sometimes life is very short. Why you are not observing precept? That's why the Buddhas want you to observe 5 precepts, 8 precepts for the laymen, for the monk, for the Vinaya discipline rule we have. That's why I want to encourage you every day. You have to observe 5 precepts, sometimes 8 precepts. This is Buddha's teaching. And then you have to practice meditation also. Because our mind is running here and there, going here and there. Sometimes happy mind, sometimes unhappy mind. Mind is running here and there. That's why we cannot get peaceful mind. So, the Buddha teaches altogether 40 months of meditation, like Anapana meditation, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, like a loving kind of meditation. May I be happy, may they be happy.